So our next presentation is from Red Hat and ABB on breaking down the barriers of OT and IT, the ABB and Red Hat story by Dr. Arno Busin, Director Enterprise Sales for Manufacturing, Retail and Transport, Red Hat Asia Pacific, and Vikas Moria, Global Product Line Manager, ABB Ability Engineers. And we have one panelist from Red Hat, Mr. Andrea Spanner, Chief Architect, Intelligent Edge, CTO Global Engineering. I welcome Red Hat and ABB speakers on the stage.
Wow. Good morning, everyone. Can tell how much excited I am to be in Bangalore today. So my first time to talk on this stage compared to other speakers. So very, very excited and very happy to see the room so full today too. I'm Arno Busin, and I'm based in Singapore, and I'm driving our business development for manufacturing across Asia Pacific. And I really love the Siemens story we just saw. That's very cool. And one of the conclusions that was that for industrial providers to reach the market, they need to work with their ecosystem. And I think this is the story we have today.
Yeah, thanks. Good morning, everyone. I'm Vikas Moria. I'm a product line manager for an edge software platform we are building in ABB. And yeah, I'm based out of Bangalore and been here a few times. First time I'm presenting. So yeah, looking forward. So let's move on.
Well, we have very exciting news. A couple of weeks ago, Red Hat and ABB announced extended partnerships to bring in open source technology into industrial automation. And that's very cool. That's not the start of our partnership, right? Already 3 years ago, we have started to work together to announce to the market that we were going to bring in the open source IT and OT together with ABB. So can you tell us a bit more what it is about?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we at ABB, we've been kind of looking into the digital technologies, and that's what we were looking at open source primarily, and we went with Red Hat, and that's where the announcements are coming, and we are deepening our integration of our software with Red Hat technologies nowadays. But before we jump there, let's a little bit talk about specifically in ABB what we are actually doing. So we are especially talking about today on the process automation. And in process automation, we build this technology for control systems, right? So that's a DCS technology. And we are serving these industries, energy industries, process industries, marine and ports, and measurement and analytics. These are the primary industry verticals where we are providing our DCS technology. And the key industry challenges which we are addressing from a control system point of view is safety, efficiency, and reliability. They have been our foundational automation requirements. So we built our DCS software for decades, considering that we can provide a kind of safe, reliable, continuous process operations for power generation plant like the NTPC speaker was talking about today. That kind of automation, that's what we have been providing. But let's say what's happening now is that we are seeing the need of getting more and more agile innovation. And that is basically driven from the fact that our customers, our industries are demanding more and more, let's say, sustainable applications for energy optimization, for decarbonizing the plants. And also kind of there's a growing regulations. And these kind of things are driving us to kind of see how we can kind of adopt this digital innovation to serve our customers better. So, can I jump to a slide? So for some of the key market drivers, right, I talked about this kind of demanding and landscape which is we are addressing. And the few things which we see, which is really driving the market, is enabling energy transition, for example, or adapting to next generation workforce, right? So people are retiring, the competence is going away. So we are kind of seeing how we can bring technology in our DCS systems, which can allow the next generation workforce to work effectively. how we can drive the digital transformation. So our customers has been kind of also looking into how they can do the digital transformation of their process plants. And at the same time, the key thing which we are addressing is this protecting installed base investments, right? So we have thousands of plants today, which is already using our DCS, and that is an installed base which we have to ensure that is protected, is not disturbed when we are adopting these new technologies. And there are, at the same time, there is user initiatives like open process automation. I think in this forum, everybody is very much aware about open process automation, where we are trying to kind of go towards the standard-based, open, secure, and interoperable architecture using OPC UA as a backbone. We're also looking into, or let's say heavily driven from Namur open architecture. That's another initiative coming out of Germany from chemical industry. And that's what kind of driving our thinking, how we can accelerate digital transformation and through secure separation between core process control and a monitoring and optimization environments. And we'll talk more on that later as well. And MTP is another driver where we are talking about how do we go away from this monolithic design to a flexible and service-oriented modular approach where we can do things more in a plug-and-play approach. And these are three user initiatives, and there are these landscapes which we are trying to address. So the key value we see how we deliver to our customer, and it are really four. So we are actually building a future automation system at ABB, and we are trying to focus that we can ensure that these are the key value we can deliver to our customers. First is really the reducing the total cost of ownership, automating engineering and project management, providing safe and secure, reliable and system operations. And the fourth is really the accelerating digital transformation. So I will emphasize a little bit more on this digital transformation topic, where we are trying to get this agile innovation, trying to make sure that we have kind of our customers able to benefit to their plants, increasing their production, optimizing their plant. And that's what we are looking to address. And very, very clearly, if you look how we are trying to achieve that, and the NOA, I talked about the user initiative, Namur Open Architecture, that is driving our thinking towards how we can do a separation of concerns. So our customers who are running critical plant have this thousands of systems already operating the plant. They always need to have a 24/7 reliable operation. And that's what we have to ensure, that separation of concern, that we can make sure we have an evergreen reliable system core, which is kind of protected and not disturbed by adopting technologies too fast. And then we extend this kind of core within a digital environment where we have our edge software platform and all the value-add applications for sustainability, for AI running in that space. And we still can interact between these two environments of control and digital in an interconnected way so that we are extracting data safely and securely, and also writing back data to the core process control in a secure manner. So that's what is driving our thinking for the future. And digital environment is where the space where we already started to adopt open source. We have partnered with Red Hat. Red Hat is helping us a great time to get our edge software platform, the cloud, hybrid cloud approach coming to a reality. And we also, as Andrea said, we did a recent announcement that we're extending this cooperation also into the core process operation itself. So we're also going to adopt this technology slowly into the core control as well. So yeah, so let's a little bit go on Red Hat, how it comes. Over to you.
Thank you, Vikas. Well, thanks for this introduction. I think we have to accelerate a bit now. As much as ABB, I think, is very well known here in the market, in the domain, in industrial operations, I think Red Hat is more a newcomer. We've been for 30 years in the domain and IT, and now coming to for a few years towards industrial operations. I would like to take a few minutes to to share or to reshare who Red Hat is. So we are the #1 open source software company in the world, providing enterprise-grade open source software for our partner and our customers. So what that means? That means that all our software are developed in the open source methodology, and then we are making it enterprise-grade, adding the features that our customers need and that the community doesn't necessarily care about, making sure that it's stable and taking care of the possible bugs that can arrive in the software. In one word, when you use open source will bring you the freedom that we expect from it, and Red Hat is going to bring you the accountability, someone you can call and say, okay, what the heck is going on? Please help us solve this problem within 2 hours. So that's what we're doing. So why we're here today? Because we believe that what has happened in IT 30 years ago, the separation between the hardware and the software, the independence and the commoditization of hardware is now arriving in other domains. So 10 years ago, it arrived in telco, and Red Hat was as what spearhead of this transformation. And now, as I think we hear very clearly in the first talk already, it's arriving into industrial operations. So Red Hat is a key actor to bring the IT experience, the IT knowledge, the IT expertise into the industrial operations with partners specialized in the domain like ABB. And we are not doing that alone. So ABB I mentioned, I won't take a lot of time there, but a lot of the players that we are going to meet today and tomorrow are people we are working with to make the needle move towards the software-defined industrial operations. We are also, like ABB, part of the market initiative to define the standards and the norms for the market to move together. So I think we are going to hear much more about OPAF in the coming presentations. I think it's a very usual now subject here, so I'm not going to take more time on it. We can move to the next one. So, as I was mentioning, Red Hat is bringing the IT part of the IT-OT convergence, and our partners like ABB are bringing the OT expertise of the domain. And together, by working together, hand to hand, we can bring this new revolution towards our customer, our joint customers. So Red Hat bringing the open source part, and also our capability to run in a consistent way your applications, the data, the AI, from edge in the factory up to the cloud.
Yeah, and ABB is really working on this software-defined industrial operation. This is our joint ambition. We are trying to kind of separate the hardware and software dependencies. This layer has been always very interconnected, that these kind of drove our designs in the past, but we are working to kind of how we can move towards the software-defined industrial operation. And this will enable us to kind of fulfill our vision to move from automated plants to autonomous plant operations. And that's the vision we are kind of working. At the same time, what we want to ensure that we are protecting the core process and enabling this new ecosystem for running digital innovation, adding technologies, AI, ML, etc.
So in practice, what does Red Hat bring to the table? We bring the platforms. We are not pretending to bring the manufacturing or the industrial added value to the applications of our partner or our customers. What we bring is a plumbing that is underneath these applications and that is sitting over any hardware, any location, either in the factory, in the data center, or in the cloud. And by providing that, we allow our partner and customer, and ABB, to focus on what is going to be their industrial added value and not to have to worry about all this plumbing, which is making sure that the systems are up, handling the failover, the security. So security is super important, cybersecurity is super important, and this is what also we are bringing within the platform, and the consistency to manage exactly the same way the applications wherever you want to deploy them, in the production lines, in the data center of the factory, in the cloud, wherever you want.
Yeah, so a little bit on the kind of ABB and Red Hat story. So we started 3 years ago, and I said we started in the digital environment space where we kind of started to adopt Red Hat technology, 2022 where we started. First thing we did that time was we kind of used single node OpenShift on Edge Genius, which is our software platform. We went to the market with that in 2023. And in 2024, December, which is like very recent, we adopted Red Hat Device Edge. That's the kind of low footprint Kubernetes pre-packaged with RHEL and Kubernetes offering from Red Hat. So our Edge Genius platform, which we have kind of pivoted using Red Hat Device Edge. And this has been like a journey for 3 years where we have kind of worked very closely with Red Hat to learn the space, to understand how the Kubernetes can be applied to our industries and our application into digital space. And then now we extended this collaboration into the extended automation system, which is more also the core process control. So this is, yeah, we have been in 3 years and we're looking forward more collaboration in future working together. What we had did this, as I said, on Edge Genius, we adopted this technology of Red Hat Device Edge and Red Hat OpenShift. And we have today single node offering where we can run on a kind of an edge or using 2+ cores. Like that's the kind of low footprint we've been able to go with Red Hat Device Edge, which was totally not possible in the IT technologies before, and that's where Red Hat had really helped us. We will have also this multi-node OpenShift offering, which is also kind of give a high availability, horizontal scalability, and all those things. That will be a larger footprint deployment, but that will scale and will deliver a lot of value for us. Red Hat has also allowed us to build something kind of an OS, operating system for Edge and our DCS itself. So we moved to Linux, as you know, and that's where we needed to also pre-package things in such a way which can fit to our industry needs, ensuring the platform security, ensuring the small footprint deployment, and the high availability. That's where we have been adopting the technology, and it's very much out in the market for people to use. One of the use case we have on the Edge itself is about augmented operator. So we heard from NTPC, they're looking how they can use AI into their operations in their distributed systems, like for operators. So what we have been working with this is to how do we get an operator sitting in a control room or a process engineer analyzing the process be augmented by the AI technology. And that's what we're saying augmented, because we are feeding the artificial intelligence to those two personas. How we did that? We're running this on Edge. So we kind of use case of knowledge extractor, and we have LLMs deployed on models on the Edge. And this is running on Red Hat Device Edge. Currently, we are using the GPU acceleration to run these models on the Edge. But we use NVIDIA right now. But these are two personas, process engineers and control room operators, which is looking at it. And we are currently working to even enable more AI use cases running on the Edge for the DCS so that we can support control room operators, engineers, and process engineers. Yeah, it's really for kind of a DCS technology. Yeah, I know. If you want to explain on the AI a little bit, how did
Yeah, so we've been starting to talk a lot about AI already today, and I've seen the agenda is very packed into a lot of very exciting subjects, a lot onto AI, and Red Hat has made a few very structuring announcements in the last month regarding the support of AI onto our platforms. So now our platform OpenShift is supporting an offer called OpenShift AI, which helps our partners and customers to operate their models. So again, we are not the ones that are providing the models and the industry expertise. This is our partners and customers, like ABB, but we are helping to make sure that these models are deployed everywhere. They are up. They are the same. Also working on to how with federated learning get where the data is, some additional learning, and send that back centrally to all the models. And I think that if this is subject that you want to talk about, both Vikas and myself are available onto our booth to talk about how we are supporting AI. And we are very lucky to have with us today our Asia Pacific Chief Architect for Manufacturing, Andreas, who's going to come later on the stage. He came with a set of books that he has written on AI, and he will be there maybe to do some signatures, Andreas, to dedicate. And please come and follow up on these discussions with us on the booth. Vikas, you want to say the last words?
Yeah, thanks. And I mean, we are working with Red Hat, as you see, and we are looking forward for even more collaboration and enabling more AI use cases at the edge. And because this is where, I mean, we find, I mean, our space is really kind of resource constrained space. So we cannot run, like, say, the models and all for the thousands of cores on-prem. Our customers are really pushing us to do these things on-prem because of the data privacy concerns, latency concerns. And it's really, Red Hat has been a very good partner for deploying things on-prem. There we have found how we can really catch up with open source, and that's what we are doing. And thanks for listening.
Thank you, and I can't believe it. We made it exactly on time. How good we are. And thank you for your attention.
Thanks, Vikas and Dr. Arno. It was a great presentation.